Busby's Heating and Air Conditioning is offering cash for a clunker. That's right, we'll pay you cash for your old equipment. I'm Rick Busby with Busby's Heating and Air Conditioning. If your system is old, now is the time to purchase a new high-efficiency carrier system from Busby's and receive cash for a clunker. Hurry, this is a limited-time offer. Now celebrating our 80th anniversary. Carrier, turn to the experts. When quality matters, call Busby's. Trusted since 1945.
Getting your kids ready for school can be stressful, but when it comes to the weather, we've got you covered. Join meteorologist John Wynn every weekday during Good Morning Augusta for the WJBF School Day Forecast. Weather coverage you can count on. Sponsored by Wendy's. Get clear, accurate stories that don't waste your time at WJBF.com. The Coffee Club on News Channel 6, sponsored by Honda Cars of Aiken.
Right now on News Channel 6 at 5, fall and winter are prime time for deer vehicle crashes. Why this happens more this time of year and what you can do to keep yourself safe while driving. Your News at 5 starts right now.
Live from Television Park, this is WJBF News Channel 6 at 5.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Brad Means. Thanks for joining us. Jenny is off tonight. As coverage you can count on begins with more people getting into crashes with deer, especially this time of year. Graham Lee with more on what you need to know to stay safe on the roadways.
The Georgia Department of Natural Resources says there's an uptick in deer-related collisions this time of year. And one area they're seeing more deer sightings in Columbia County is this area around Lights of the South. You'll find more deer sightings this time of year because of the breeding season and these shorter days and longer nights with the time change. Law enforcement says deer-related crashes in Georgia are on the rise.
There's roughly 50,000 deer crashes a year in Georgia, which is a significant amount. So we often can't control whether or not they come out in front of us or not, obviously, but what we can control is our reactions to it.
DNR says deer are more active during the early morning and late evening hours, which is typically when most people are going to and from work. They also say to pay extra attention in rural areas.
If you're coming to an area where the trees and shrubs and stuff like that are close to the road, just pay extra attention because it'll give you more time if you need to react.
So if you see a deer and it's too late to avoid a crash, experts say you should avoid swerving and slow down to prevent further damage.
If a deer happens to come in front of you, just continue to ease on your brakes and put your, if you do make contact with that deer, pull off to a safe area, put your hazards on, and call 911 if needed.
Slow down as much as you can, but ultimately stay on the roadway and don't leave the road. Wear your seatbelts. Your cars are designed to keep you safe in a crash as long as you're using the safety equipment appropriately.
Now, mating season for deer runs through early December, but law enforcement says it's important to keep your eyes on the road and always stay alert, as car crashes involving wildlife can happen any time of the year. In Grovetown, Graham Lee, WJBF, News Channel 6.
Well, tonight is opening night for Lights of the South. Always such a fun time. 20 years strong, Lights of the South has been going. Of course, it's been a huge hit because of all that it offers. A chance to meet Santa Claus, the 5 million lights across 100 acres. But this year, there are several new features. Those include a new playground set in the Candyland section and a new place for families to get pictures.
One of our new things this year is our new Christmas tree photo op. Don't forget to come visit that area with your family and take some fun pictures. You can walk inside of the large light-up Christmas tree and take fun pictures and tag us on Facebook and Instagram.
Lights of the South is going to open every night, weather permitting, through December 30th, except Christmas Day. It is time now for our first check of the weather. Our chief meteorologist, Jenna Petracci, is here. And Jenna, borderline hot right now, but the cool down's coming.
Yeah, that's right. It's feeling like spring today. I was out and about a lot this afternoon, and I was shocked how much it really did feel like spring, especially when you factor in those higher dew points. But for your Lights of the South evening forecast, we're looking pretty good. We are tracking some light showers that could be moving in, It's not going to be a complete washout. We're not expecting any storms until we get to tomorrow morning. And we're starting out the evening still warm in the mid-70s, then falling to the mid-60s by 10 p.m. So you won't need a jacket if you're headed out late tonight, other than maybe a light jacket or a long sleeve shirt. But definitely not going to be super cold. Our main story is the warm up along with a few of these showers moving in. You can see the cloud cover increasing across the area as well. Here's a look at our Terry Limber Hyundai Skyview cam, where it's now mostly cloudy and breezy at Augusta Busch Field. And that's where we made it to 84 degrees today. We beat our old record of 82 set back in 1942. Average highs for this time of the year are now in the mid to upper 60s. So we are well above that. Upper 70s across the board right now. 78 in Augusta, 77 in Edgefield, Aiken at 75. Now, a lot of the CSRA is much warmer than yesterday, especially our South Carolina counties, but a little bit cooler over towards the west as that cloud cover builds in. And like I mentioned, it's also pretty muggy. Dew points are higher today in the upper 50s to low 60s. Now, looking ahead, we're going to see another warm day tomorrow with a few showers and storms. Back to sunshine, though, on Sunday and Monday. And I'll have a look at your Thanksgiving Day forecast coming up. But back to you, Brad.
All right, Jenna, thanks. Richmond County investigators say they've made a drug bust that took a huge amount of fentanyl off the streets. 5 people facing charges after a 3-month investigation. Investigators say they uncovered a drug trafficking organization that distributed large amounts of fentanyl, meth, and marijuana. In fact, they say they seized enough fentanyl to kill more than 500,000 adults. Just terrifying. Georgia, by the way, is adding a new line of defense in the fight against drug trafficking. A new Homeland Security task force aimed at stopping drug cartels and the violence that comes with them is launching in Atlanta, one of just 30 in the United States. All of this on the heels of the bust in Augusta yesterday and another one in Atlanta where 21 grams of fentanyl and nearly $400,000 in cash were seized. The joint task force includes Homeland Security, the FBI, the GBI, and the U.S. Attorney's Office.
By sharing intelligence, analyzing data, and enhancing collaboration, we will stop these criminal networks before they can cause harm, before kids are exposed to drugs, prevent tragic overdoses, or innocent victims falling victim to gun violence.
You know, the DEA says Georgia remains one of the top states for fentanyl activity. State leaders say child abuse in South Carolina is a statewide crisis. They say the consequences can be damaging to children and families long after the trauma ends. But what many don't know is child abuse costs the state $74 billion each year. Caroline Yaffa has more.
People are not lost causes. Prevention works when prevention is funded.
A new economic analysis from the School of Business at USC shows that childhood trauma can lead to lower lifetime earnings, higher medical expenses, and higher rates of unemployment, homelessness, and substance abuse. The study says that individuals who have had childhood trauma on average earn 14% less, which impacts the economy.
When you think about those wages that are not earned, they are then not spent in the local economy. So that impacts local businesses and affects demand. We see lower labor force participation among victims of child abuse and neglect. That also contributes to a labor shortage.
The study found that almost 60% of working age adults experienced at least one childhood trauma. Children's Trust of South Carolina is asking lawmakers to help expand prevention programs by making a one-time $10 million investment plus $1 million in recurring funds.
A lot of times in South Carolina, we can be reactive and not proactive. We have programs that we support at Children's Trust that are evidence-based to prevent child abuse and neglect.
Sarah Knox of the Children's Trust of South Carolina says many programs are already making a difference, but additional funding would allow them to expand existing programs to help even more children and families.
Include things like mothers are paired with a paraprofessional, be it a nurse or a social worker, and they get support in their pregnancy and in that child's early childhood. Strengthening Families program, which is an evidence-based program to keep families and children out of bad situations.
But some lawmakers say it's truly about partnership. Public policy, faith-based groups, and advocacy groups have to work together to find lasting solutions.
To figure out a collective and a collaborative solution to help these families and these young people, because it's good public policy. It's good for taxpayers. It's good for our workforce.
The study also showed in some counties, nearly 9% of adults have experienced 4 or more childhood traumas, while across the state, that number rises to about 21%. In Columbia, I'm Caroline Yaffa.
Augusta Mayor Garnett Johnson continuing his annual sweet potato giveaway tonight and tomorrow. Such a fun annual tradition. The latest event, by the way, started just a few minutes ago at the Windsor Plaza Shopping Center in Hephzibah. Tomorrow from 10 in the morning until noon, the mayor's going to be giving away those potatoes at Ever Faithful Baptist Church. That's on Sandbar Ferry Road. Well, the first day of the sweet potato giveaway was at last night's annual feast before the feast. Thousands of people showing up at 7 events across the Augusta area, all to take advantage of the free community meal they offered. Thank you to the Richmond County Board of Education member Monique Braswell for putting this together.
It would have meant the world to me whether or not the government was on shutdown or not, because we don't know. There's some people that we will not have dinners for Thanksgiving, but we made sure that they have it here.
And to make sure that dinner happens every year, Fifth Third Bank steps in to sponsor it, a partnership that dates back to the early 2000s. How about this? A local teacher being recognized nationally with a prestigious award. Ken Vickers shows us what makes him so special.
Burke County High School teacher Dr. Jeffrey Heggs was named a Milken Educator. The award is only given to 30 exceptional educators across the nation each year.
Friday morning, Burke County High School held an assembly where they thought they would be hearing from Georgia State Superintendent Richard Woods. What almost no one knew, including school administration, is that one of their very own teachers would be honored with the Milken Educator Award. It honors the top 1% of teachers in the nation. When Dr. Heggs went to what he thought was a pep rally, he had no idea that he was getting an award, which includes a trip to Washington, D.C., and $25,000. Dr. Heggs was the only Milken educator chosen from the state of Georgia this year. He says he was shocked when his name was called.
I froze. I did not know anything. I was like, because normally I'm over student council, and we do the pep rallies. The moment I heard my name, I was like, oh my God, God did it again. So I was just delighted and elated.
Dr. Heggs credits his students for his success, saying everything he does is for them. In Waynesboro, Ken Vickers, WJBF News Channel 6.
Way to go, Dr. Heggs. Mighty happy for you. Project Refresh is going to hold its monthly shower event throughout the year, and today they did it with a twist. In addition to free showers and grooming services, Project Refresh handed out free meals ahead of Thanksgiving. Organizers say it's about making sure people have opportunities that a lot of us take for granted. They say events like this just make the whole community better.
It is awesome. And I say to people, I can tell you about it, but until you come here and you see what's actually happening, it's just glorious. And you have to meet people where they're at. I mean, this is just coming out to the community and really blessing our community.
The group also offered free health screenings at today's event. Coming up on News Channel 6 at 5, a surprise meeting today between President Trump and one of his harshest critics. What happened during his sit-down with New York City Mayor-elect Zohran Mamdani? Next. Urgent. We'll take you there after the forecast from Jenna.
And it's not feeling like Christmas here in the CSRA. In fact, it's feeling more like spring. But how long will those spring-like temperatures last? I'll have the answer when we return.
Weather headlines on WJBF News Channel 6. Brought to you by Southpaw Roofing. Roofing done right.
Every day, ordinary people in the CSRA do extraordinary things to serve our community. Each month, News Channel 6 recognizes these outstanding volunteers with the Giving Your Best Award. Do you know an everyday hero who goes the extra mile to help others? Nominate them for the Giving Your Best Award by visiting WJBF.com and filling out the entry form.
Sponsored by Science Co., Piedmont Augusta, Security Federal Bank, and News Channel 6.
If you have both Medicare and Medicaid
services, your plumbing and heating pros. Now, your most most accurate forecast with WJBF Live 5/6.
Welcome back and happy Friday. I hope you're excited for these warmer temperatures as we head into the weekend. Here's a look at our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview Cam here in Augusta. It is now mostly cloudy, but we had plenty of sunshine earlier this afternoon, and that helped to warm us up into the 80s. But now we're sitting at 78 with a southwest breeze of 10 miles per hour, humidity at 46%. Current temperatures are down to 74 in Washington, but still at 78 in Millen. Barnwell and Allendale, you're at 77 degrees. 76 in Edgefield, 78 in Saluda, and you can see the cloud cover has taken over, and we have a stray shower just outside of Wilkes County impacting Athens. This rain is going to move in later on tonight, but it's going to be super light in nature, and I'm not expecting any thunderstorms until we get into the overnight hours and maybe throughout tomorrow.
Now, your most accurate forecast with WJBF Live 5/6.
Welcome back and happy Friday. I hope you're excited for these warmer temperatures as we head into the weekend. Here's a look at our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview Cam here in Augusta. It is now mostly cloudy, but we had plenty of sunshine earlier this afternoon, and that helped to warm us up into the 80s. But now we're sitting at 78 with a southwest breeze of 10 miles per hour, humidity at 46%. Current temperatures are down to 74 in Washington, but still at 78 in Millen. Barnwell and Allendale, you're at 77 degrees. 76 in Edgefield, 78 in Saluda, and you can see the cloud cover has taken over, and we have a stray shower just outside of Wilkes County impacting Athens. This rain is going to move in later on tonight, but it's going to be super light in nature, and I'm not expecting any thunderstorms until we get into the overnight hours and maybe throughout tomorrow afternoon. High pressure still in control down here in the Gulf, and that's bringing these well above average temperatures across the southeast. Notice we have some 80s on our map still, 86 in Houston, 82 in New Orleans, and down in the Florida Peninsula. So it's a pretty muggy November day. These are dew points we typically see in September more so. We're seeing dew points even up to 70 in Jackson, so we do have the chance of some rain finally. It's been 23 days with no measurable rain, so the entire month of November has been dry, checking in at 0 inches, when typically we finish off the month with 2.6 inches. So it is our driest month on record usually, but we could still definitely benefit from some rain. We'll have a slight chance of it tomorrow, a higher chance on Wednesday leading up to Thanksgiving, but overall mostly dry days ahead. So tomorrow throughout the morning and afternoon, we can't rule out a few isolated showers and storms as we make it to 80 degrees, then down to 75 on Sunday. And notice these low temperatures are definitely much warmer than they were earlier this week. We're going to be going down to 59 tonight, so definitely well above average there as well. So here's our future cast tonight at 7 p.m. Light showers making their way into the CSRA. Even this may be a little bit overdone, so all of this will be super light. And then you can see the cloud cover continues overnight. And then you may wake up to the sound of some thunder in certain places, especially our northern counties earlier in the day. Then by 8 a.m., those showers move down towards the south. Most of Saturday is looking dry, but as this cold front pushes through, a few isolated cells could continue to pop up. But we're not expecting any severe weather, just some brief rain, thunder and lightning all possible, and then clearing out by Saturday evening. Now looking ahead to next week, this is Wednesday afternoon. Another cold front's going to be pushing through. This will bring that 40% chance of rain on Wednesday, so keep that in mind for any holiday travel plans. A few stray showers possible Thanksgiving morning, but we're actually cooling down and we're back to sunshine just in time for Thanksgiving, making it feel more typical for this time of the year. So notice below average temperatures in the forecast through December 1st, but then we're quickly going back to above average temperatures through December 5th. So here's that 3-day forecast for the week of Thanksgiving. Cloud cover with scattered showers on Wednesday, still warm, back to near average on Thanksgiving Day, and then sunny and cooler on Black Friday, going down to 62 degrees. Here's your 10-day forecast now. It's going to be beautiful and sunny Sunday and Monday. Then the cloud cover takes over by the middle of next week with those rain chances. And then the cool down, high temperatures back to the 60s, lows down to 34 the morning of Black Friday.
All right, Jenna, thank you. And should be a great night for some high school football for sure. The playoffs in full swing in Georgia and South Carolina. Please join Gianna Cephalou tonight at 11:35 for scores and highlights from all of our local teams still playing. That includes Edmund Burke Academy playing for a state championship right now. Tune in tonight, won't you, for all the exciting action football Friday night. Well, with Thanksgiving less than a week away, 2 local animal shelters are asking you to give adoptable dogs and cats a home for the holiday. The Aiken County Animal Shelter and Augusta Animal Services are looking for fosters to give shelter pets a temporary home for Thanksgiving, with the goal of finding their forever home. For the Aiken County Animal Shelter, you have to live in Aiken County and apply now to be pre-approved by Tuesday in order to pick up your foster pet on Wednesday.
We will provide the crates and food and anything anybody needs to take them home and have a shelter dog join their family. The amount of time, which is not that much, means so much to the dogs. It really helps with their socialization, and the love that you will get from these dogs, you can't match it.
Meanwhile, at Augusta Animal Services, you can start picking up your foster pet tomorrow. If you're interested, we have everything you need to know, plus pictures of adoptable pets at WJBF.com. Just click on this story. We'll be right back.
I was hit by a drunk driver.
We still have 6 days before Thanksgiving, but it is never too early to think about Christmas. And the west lawn of the U.S. Capitol now has its Christmas tree. A 53-foot-high red fir arrived at its new home today, cut down back on October 24th at the Humboldt-Toilby National Forest, that's in Nevada, and made several stops in communities on its way to D.C. The tree is named Silverbell and has a 16-foot canopy spread. Huge. Today we are saying goodbye to a good friend and an amazing co-worker. Barclay Bishop anchored her last Good Morning Augusta this morning, and she took time to thank all of her family, co-workers, and viewers.
I just wanted to say thank you very much for everybody who's here. And I've had the chance this past week to read all of the messages and comments that you have left on my Facebook page. And, you know, we don't just see people on the other side when we're here. And so you hope that you make an impact on what you do. But, you know, really reflect on some times that you've been in some very tragic, dark times with family issues, and then some really, really joyful moments. And so I just thank you so much for letting me come into your home physically often as well. But I will say that this decision to leave here was nothing short of obedience to the Lord. We have been walking in that for several years. And so I just, we continue to walk by faith and not by sight. And so we know that we have so much joy ahead of us.
Well, you see there, some of her family and friends were in the studio as we closed out that newscast. Barclay decided to stay home for a while with her 2 small children. Barclay, we're going to miss you and hope to see you again soon. We love you so much. Stay with us. Steve Griffin with a look at what's making headlines across the country next.
What's one word to describe life after a car accident? Chaotic. It's a never-ending list of to-dos unless you call the right lawyer, and then poof.
It only takes one call to take away the stress and chaos. Call me, Chris Hudson, from here for you.
We are excited to be opening
in our beautiful showroom in North Augusta.
We want to see you in a Stokes Hodges Kia.
Remember those in need this holiday season with the Giving Your Best Toy Drive. Your donated toys will benefit local CSRA nonprofits. Just drop off your new unwrapped toy at News Channel 6. And we thank you for giving your best this holiday season.
You are a friend, a neighbor, a family at heart. I am Attorney Chris Hudson, as dedicated to my community as I am to my clients. If you've been injured, you can get the help you need, because I'm from here for you.
The Live Viper 6 Skyview Network, sponsored by Terry Lambert Hyundai. Live from Television Park, this is WJBF News Channel 6 at 5:30.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Dee Griffin. Thanks so much for joining us. Coverage you can count on begins with your local headlines today. 5 people were arrested yesterday as a result of a 3-month-long investigation across the CSRA into a drug trafficking organization that distributed large quantities of fentanyl, meth, and marijuana. Investigators say they seized enough fentanyl to kill more than 500,000 adults. Georgia is adding a new line of defense in the fight against drug trafficking. A new Homeland Security task force has launched in Atlanta, one of nearly 30 nationwide. It's made up of federal and state organizations. The DEA says that Georgia remains one of the top states for fentanyl activity. We'll have more on this task force and the statewide drug bust tonight at 6. A Burke County high school teacher has been awarded the Milken Educator Award. It's given to 30 educators each year and recognizes them as the top 1% of teachers across the nation. Math teacher Dr. Jeffrey Heggs was the only winner from Georgia this year. As part of the award, Dr. Heggs will get a free trip to Washington, D.C. and $25,000. Congratulations, Dr. Heggs. That is awesome. Now to our top stories for today. The case in Indiana where time now for a first look at our weather with meteorologist Jennifer Tracci. It was a beautiful day.
Yeah, beautiful warm day, Dee. Yes. I was loving it. We got all the way up to 84. Yeah. That's right, record-breaking warm. Our what am I trying to say? Our typical average high is 67, but our old record was 82, set back in 1942. So definitely abnormally warm for this time of the year. And we're still seeing those 70s. 78 in Augusta, 77 in Barnwell, Louisville, and Bamberg at 75. Aiken, you're at 71, and 74 in Sparta. Dew points were pretty high this afternoon as well. So in addition to the warmth, it was also feeling muggy. You can see those dew points in the 50s and even some places in the low 60s. Cloud cover is also moving into the CSRA with some rain knocking on our door. So it's possible that we could see a few light showers tonight. Not expecting storms until we get into the overnight hours. But you can definitely tell it's cloudy and breezy out there on our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam. If you're headed over to Lights of the South for the evening opening, we're going to see more cloud cover with the possibility of a few stray showers. So maybe bring a rain jacket, but you don't need a heavy coat as temperatures are going to be pretty mild tonight, only going down to 59 and another high of 80 tomorrow. I'll have a look at your futurecast coming up, but back to you, Dee.
All right, thanks so much. We'll see you in a few more minutes. More details coming out about a wild police chase in Washington State.
Book direct flights to Washington, D.C. at flyags.com.
Welcome back, everyone. It's time now for a look at what's trending. A league of their own coming to life thanks to the newly formed Women's Professional Baseball League. And the league holding their draft last night, the first overall women's pro baseball draft in 70 years. Now, according to the league, 600 women from 10 countries joining to participate. The league will kick off its debut season next year in August. For the first season, there will be 4 teams: Los Angeles, San Francisco, New York, and Boston. All right, some more sports action out there. Cool beans. And yes, how would you feel if advertisers tried to win you over with a smell? The New York City subway is now trying this out. Here's Danny New.
We are at Grand Central. We're going down to its subway station where apparently it smells like fresh forest air. For the rest of November, Grand Central subway station is trying out something new, unleashing a smellable advertisement. Boom! When you get off the subway, now you are hit with a holiday scent from Bath & Body Works called Fresh Balsam, which may give you the aroma of vanilla and pine. That's coming through those boxy diffusers, and through the end of the month, Bath & Body Works says it will disperse between 20 and 30 pounds of fragrance. What do we smell?
Smelling a slightly fresher New York subway.
Okay, but what does the often opinionated New York population think about changing the smell of their daily commute? What does it usually smell like?
I don't think I'm allowed to say that on ABC.
Do it. We'll bleep it anyway.
Like...
Okay, that was a little too far. Many seem to be in favor of these contraptions, especially when compared to the usual fragrance emitters that can frequent the subway stations.
What do subway stations usually smell like?
Eye roll. They smell like an eye roll. Others, though, were not in favor of being forced to smell something mysterious.
No, it just adds another gross layer of some like weird thing that you can't exactly describe.
But really, as you would expect in New York City, everyone kind of had a different opinion.
I love the Victoria's Secret box.
Whoa, okay.
I was thinking cookie, but I think it's so something cookie and Victoria's Secret.
The Metropolitan Transportation Authority says that while this is the first time they've done something like this, they did test it out in Queens and Brooklyn last year to get feedback. Well, NBC News, I'm Danny New.
I don't know. I'd have to smell it for myself because I've ridden the subway train in New York plenty of times, and I can tell you, it doesn't smell like a fresh sport. Smells like pee and poop. But you gotta take public transportation sometimes, so you just go through the motions and you do. And I hope was I allowed to say those words on TV? Anybody in the control room? Am I gonna get in trouble for that? Okay, they said, I think if y'all don't see me Monday, you know what happened. The 2 P words got me in trouble. But no, I think I'll be okay. Are we going to be okay weather-wise? A few showers tonight. Oh, spring like Saturday? Really? Can't wait to hear what Jenna has to say. Stay tuned.
At Lionel Smith Limited, we can help you. Weather headlines on News Channel 6, brought to you by Southpaw Roofing. Closed captioning on News Channel 6 is sponsored by Hearing Associates of South Carolina. Now, your most accurate forecast with WJBF Live Viper 6.
Welcome back. It was a nice warm day, and right now on our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview Cam over at Augusta Regional Airport, the sun has set, it's calm, it's becoming cloudy out there, but temperatures still in the upper 70s. We do have winds starting to pick up the pace southwest at 10 miles per hour. Dew points in the mid-50s. Now, around the CSRA, we're seeing 70s everywhere. 71 in Aiken, 73 in Saluda, Sylvania, you're at 75, 73 in Louisville, and 75 in Lincolnton. There's the cloud cover moving in on satellite and radar with some showers knocking on our door. This is super light rain, so it's not going to be a big damper on our plans tonight, just scattered light showers here and there. High pressure still in control, is locking in the warmth, though, so one more warm day tomorrow. But the question is, will it be a dry day? Well, we desperately need some rain. It's been 23 days now with no measurable rain. That means the entire month of November has been bone dry. I am giving it a 30% chance of some showers overnight into our Saturday morning and afternoon. Dry on Sunday and Monday, and then more rain chances as we head into that final week of November. Here's the forecast for tomorrow. The fall steeplechase in Aiken looking at like a nice mild start, so definitely warmer than normal, 63 degrees. I have a 10 to 20% chance of rain throughout the day. It's very unlikely that it will be a washout there, but a few of these pesky isolated showers and storms will develop. It's a typical spring-like day for us with a high of 80 and that 30% chance of rain overall for the CSRA. Then completely dry on Sunday, going down to 75, a very comfortable day. But here's our futurecast tonight at 7. Light showers moving in. Even this may be a little bit over dramatic with the amount of rain we'll see. It's entering some drier air that we have in place, so a lot of that rain's going to fall apart. But overnight, we can't rule out some brief heavier downpours, maybe some thunder and lightning you may wake up to. But overall, nice sleeping weather. And then as we go into a Saturday morning, mostly dry, just a few lingering showers. As this cold front pushes through, we still can't rule out a stray shower, a weak storm here and there, but we're not expecting anything widespread or severe. Looking ahead to Wednesday, this is 4 p.m., so leading up to Thanksgiving, a popular travel day, there will be some showers and some storms across the southeast due to this powerful cold front coming in. So that's why we have a higher chance of rain on Wednesday, and a few stray showers will be possible during the morning hours of Thanksgiving. But just in time for the holiday, that cold front clears out, and we're going to be back to below average temperatures, at least for a few days. It's really not going to last long. Those temperatures are expected to rebound quickly, and this takes us through December 5th, back to above average. So here's your 3-day forecast for the week of Thanksgiving. Still warm on Wednesday at 75, back to near average on Thanksgiving Day, and then below average on Friday. So something for everyone over the next several days. Once again, still at 80 tomorrow, but that will be the last day of the extreme warmth. Slight rain chances throughout the middle of next week, and then a sunny weekend after Thanksgiving with the cooler air.
Nice.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Can't really complain. All right, thanks so much. Well, coming up, we take a look at some footage from NASA showing the northern lights from space. Wow. We'll be right back.
Now at Rooms to Go, find the ideal modular living room for you. With fashionable, functional pieces starting at just $2.95. Shop our fully customizable modular collections and design your perfect room. No matter your space, no matter your style. Rooms to Go Modulars offer incredible features. Built-in speakers, USB chargers, and power recliners. Find the modular that fits your needs, starting at just $295. Plus, right now, get 55-month interest-free financing during the Rooms to Go holiday sale.
So you only check it twice?
Well, yes.
Nissan tests every model thousands of times. Even testing for severe Arctic weather. No wonder Nissan is J.D. Power's #1 in new vehicle quality. Hold on to that hat, Santa.
Add a Nissan to your list at the Nissan year-end event. Get 0% APR on select SUVs for well-qualified buyers, or get $5,000 customer cash on Pathfinder.
So, got in an accident.
An astronaut aboard the International Space Station recorded this beautiful video showing the aurora borealis above the U.S. The video is sped up as they moved from the north to the south of the country. Astronaut Zena Cardman wrote on social media that she has never seen it from below, but up there, it is a frequent show. That is beautiful. Nice. I would imagine, what would that be like to look out and see that? That's awesome. Just sit there moving all the whole time. Well, that's our time for now. Thanks so much for joining us. We have more coverage you can count on coming up next at 6, including a local museum dedicating what some who deem the star of the Thanksgiving Day table, the sweet potato pie. Our George Escola takes you out there somewhere. Yes.
Weather headlines on WJBF News Channel 6. Brought to you by Southpaw Roofing. Roofing done right. The season of new traditions sales event is going on now at Stokes Hodges Kia. Our big